Kevin, Nick, and Big J out here live at day number 2 of Rock on the Range. Rich from Rev Theory. Good to catch up with you, man. How are you?
What's up, guys? Question.
Fire away.
Answer.
Did you guys finish the challenge?
No.
Big J did not.
I did not.
How did you not finish the challenge?
Here's
Was
the deal,
it that tough?
Yes. It's a lot of potatoes, man. It's 5 pounds. 5 pounds alone of potatoes.
It's making me have to poop just thinking about it.
And that's the thing. We had to pile into a car and drive 10 hours.
Yeah, that's no fun for the people
So,
you're with.
I could have given another hour, just kind of hung out and then finished that thing and been a glorious victor of awesomeness, but that was not worth it.
Here's the cool thing. Rich from Rev Theory is following our road trip on Facebook and Twitter. That's awesome,
Isn't
man.
everyone?
Thank
Absolutely.
you. Isn't everybody?
And if you're not, well, you better.
Yeah, that's right.
Note to our photographers filming all that stuff. We need to get some Rev Theory in there.
Yeah, put some
Nice.
Rev Theory music in our videos, man.
There you go.
How was Rock on the Range? You get to open up the main stage today. How was that, man?
It was great, man. You know, we've been gone for a minute, so to be able to come back here and get on the main stage and kick it off, it felt great. You know, it felt great to be a part of it. It was cold, it was wet, but people were there, man, and they were ready to rock, and it was just awesome. It's great to be back.
We didn't get a chance to watch it, but you sounded great.
Thank you, sir.
It just, your show is so forceful, and there's so much energy there. You know?
Yeah.
I could hear the energy from over here.
Well, that's good. That's good. Well, you know, there's one thing, like, I hate going and watching bands. Like, obviously, if bands have great songs, like, it doesn't matter, right? Because they love songs. But I don't know, man. I'm a huge, like, I went and watched Down yesterday. And, you know, when you watch Phil on stage, like, he just commands the stage. And, like, that's what I feel like you should do. It's like when you're on stage, like, I wanna be a part of what's going on with the fans. Like, I want them to know that I really do care about how they're enjoying their experience. And, you know, that's it.
Now you have to pay attention because it's wet and rainy. You have to go, okay, I got to take it easy. I don't want to be slipping and sliding all over this damn place here.
No, it was pretty dry on stage. They did a really good job drying it up today, and thankfully, like, when we started playing, the rain stopped, sun came out for a little bit, so it was all good.
Good, man. Now, of course, we have an opportunity to play a couple new a couple new Rev Theory songs that you guys have put out, including the new one, Red Like Queen. That is awesome.
Thank you, sir.
And, you know, we're playing around with that. You guys are doing this a little bit differently, a little bit more independently, a little bit more control this time around. And tell us a little bit about that, man.
Yeah, you know, we just felt like we've been in the game for a really long time, and, you know, I feel like everybody just keeps going back to the same old wheel, right? And it's not that we want to reinvent the wheel, but I just feel like now's a chance where we can do things a little bit differently, and we can take a couple chances because we have nothing to lose, right? So we teamed up with Another Century, which is an alliance of Century Media Records. They're a great group of people, and to be honest, like, our first record that we put out, Truth is Currency, was actually through a subdivision of Century Media. So the owner, Robert, it came full circle to come back with him. And literally, like, they're such passionate guys, and they're all about just doing things differently. So they've really given us the latitude to do things, you know, how we want to. So Red Like Queen was just something that we wanted to throw out. It's a great street track, and we felt like, you know, it just says a little bit about where we're going direction with the music while we were getting the deal finished and figuring out what the record was going to be. So they were cool with it. They were like, all right, go ahead. Do what you want to do. Give it to people. Let them play it. Let them get out there, which normally people would be like, no, we can't do that. We can't give them a song. We have to wait till the first single.
Right.
So now we gave that song out, and people really loved it and really digging it. So now the next single is going to be Born to Destroy, which will come this summer.
Ooh,
and
I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's the next one, Born to Destroy. And then we have about 6 songs done on the record, so we're going to finish writing that this summer. And then hopefully record will be out by, I would say, end of this year or beginning of next year.
How cool is that as an artist to just have that kind of control and that kind of freedom? Isn't that cool?
It feels good, man.
Yeah.
And you know what it is? I think that a lot of people are starting to recognize that this isn't the same business that we've been in for a long time. And with social media and how kids can just have everything here and now, they don't want to wait for stuff. And what we realized is, like, we were gone for a long time. And yeah, we did put out, you know, some music, you know, a short EP, but we didn't really do much promotion behind it. So we were just like, look, man, we just got to give people something. They want to hear music. Our fans are really, like, I have to say, like, being gone for the amount of time that we've been gone, we still have a great presence on Facebook. Our fans are very active on all our social media. So it's just, it feels good to be able to do it.
You have a great presence there, but you also are very smart, very business orientated, you personally, where a lot of guys aren't maybe as savvy. And for a long time, you have been in the ear of the guys that for radio.
Yeah.
For us, you know, I mean, you know, we used to bust our, you know, balls on spins when you were with Interscope, you know? I mean, and so that you've been doing that for 7 years.
I know, and I used to get yelled at for it. It
made
like
a difference.
our radio reps would get, but I'd say to them, like, look, man, I'm like, these are people. I'm a human being. Like, if you cut me, I bleed the same way that they are. Why can't I not have a conversation with them? And I'm like, at the end of the day, like, if I become friends and we become friends, not just because you guys play music, but because you love music. You guys love music. You guys are the guys that make our dreams come true, right? You're those guys. So it's like we share a common thread. We love music. I love hearing about, like, your stories. That's why I follow you guys. So it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, I'm going to talk to these people. And if we have a personal relationship and, like, we get along and we're actual friends, like, you're going to help me out and I'm going to help you guys out. And that's what it comes down to. It's just about, this is the one thing that I've learned in the 7 years of being in this industry. Just be a good person, man. Yeah. That's really what it comes down to. There's so many people in this industry that, like, still hold that standard of I'm a rock star and, like, all this other crap, and it's not about that anymore, man. It's about just being a good person. And at the end of the day, like, music is a preference, right? So we might send you guys a track that you might not dig, you might not like it, right? But I don't care, because at the end of the day, if you can walk away saying, you know what, I don't really like the song, but they're great guys. And that's what it's all about. Just be good people.
You're one of the best, my man.
You're the Jerry Maguire of music.
That's why we love you.
Put it down on
paper. All right, now let's go get drinks. And
Rich from Rev Theory. We'll see you around Boise soon, I imagine.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We can't wait to get back up there and play.
Good, thank you, man. Day number 2 of Rock on the Range, getting ready to wrap things up. We've got one more interview before that happens. It's the X Rocks.